Africa's forests are vital for life, providing clean air, food, and livelihoods for millions. Yet they face mounting pressure from deforestation and degradation. Across the continent, countries are acting through REDD+, reducing emissions from deforestation and forest degradation to protect forests, cut emissions, and drive sustainable development.
The UN REDD program is working with African governments to turn their forest commitment into tangible and measurable results, enabling them to access results-based finance from REDD+, and ensuring that forests remain central to their pathway towards sustainable development.
The UN REDD program supports governments to build the technical and policy foundations for REDD+.
The UN REDD agencies, that's the FAO, UNDP, and the UNEP, have provided technical support to Ghana's REDD+ readiness phase. That comprised the strategy development. Through the support, Ghana was able to do the groundwork for the high integrity emission reduction reporting and verification.
Ghana has since received over $21.76 million in verified results-based payments, proof that investment in strong systems delivers measurable climate impact.
The UN REDD has been instrumental in enabling Uganda as a country to advance the Trees standard and aligning our water frameworks with the requirements of the Trees standard. Through that, there's been a lot of capacity building that has been done along that line, capacity building in the monitoring, reporting and verification, capacity building in safeguards, as well as developing of emission reduction program.
In terms of even beneficiaries, we have 100,000 plus beneficiaries. So what we do normally in REDD investment is that we implement participatory forest management, to conserve the existing forest and focusing a lot on really highland forests, biodiversity and carbon-rich forests. Now we have really a modern system for forest resource assessment and monitoring. And we are confident that the data that I told you before are really generated through this state-of-art technologies, remote sensing and on-the-ground technologies, systems, and you can be really sure that we have such a really an extent of forest cover. So we are really grateful to FAO. With UNDP also, we have also really some engagement. Really, they are also very supportive of us, especially in terms of really advising us on the program and bringing really very good consultants from around the world to support, the design of REDD+ projects. We have also UNEP really, and even African Forest Forum, bringing some capacity and some insight to the REDD+ program in Ethiopia. And we are glad that this kind of really support continues into the future.
UN REDD support extends beyond strengthening national systems. Through the UN REDD and African Forest Forum project, it has helped countries share knowledge, build capacity, and link forestry more closely with broader climate and sustainable development goals.
Apart this policy dialogue, we also had opportunity to build capacity of stakeholders through Learning Lab, which are really initiative building on REDD+ Academy of UN REDD. We brought together stakeholders in Africa to a place where we provided them capacity building on benefit sharing mechanism, capacity building on REDD+ finance and carbon market. So under the past, let's say like 3 years, we had the opportunity to implement the project in different countries. And this gave us to implement such amazing activity on REDD+, including the policy dialogue that we organize in 6 countries, including Ghana, Uganda, Democratic Republic of Congo, Ethiopia, Kenya, and the Congo, Republic of Congo. So this really helped us to understand how the REDD+ process is being implemented in these different countries and to see how we can mainstream REDD+ and sectoral administration.
Collaboration with the UN REDD, and it's been on for a couple of years and it's still on. And the activities are quite major in Africa, and I'm going to list them. In 6 countries, we have carried out some studies on REDD Plus mechanism implementation, and those countries are DRC, we have Ethiopia, we have Kenya, we have Republic of Congo, we have Cote d'Ivoire, and we also have Uganda, particularly the private sector, to show more interest in what we are doing. Fund issues of research, fund issues of capacity building. UNEP is doing very well, UN-REDD doing very well, but we need more resources. Governments have to support us, other international organizations must support us, the private sector must support us to be able to mobilize resources.
At the heart of REDD Plus are local communities and indigenous peoples, custodians of Africa's forests. Their leadership ensures that climate action also delivers social and economic benefits.
When we conserve the environment, we get benefits, many benefits from conserving the environment, and it helps us.
When we take part in this REDD Plus initiative, we only not increase our yields as farmers, but we thereby also protect our forest from deforestation, because the forest is a major source of rain and a major source of so many river bodies. REDD Plus, it really works.
Strong partnerships drive REDD Plus's success. Non-government organizations such as Farm Africa, the Oromia Forested Landscape Program, and EcoTrust are turning policies into action on the ground.
From the very beginning, when we designed this program, we have got $80 million from the World Bank with the grant fund. So during that time, there is an agreement with the bank and the Ethiopian government. If we generate more carbon credits, they will going to buy 4.8 million tons of CO2 with $40 million. This is our agreement. And we have done implementation on the ground by taking that $80 million, and we have done it. So now we have verification process. We have reported to, we have measured, verified, and reported to the bank. We have generated 15 million tons of carbon dioxide. From this, 2.8 million, 1.8 is for the bank.
The experience we saw from Ethiopia was that, number one, community engagement is very critical, awareness, and making sure they understand not only the benefits, but also how long it takes. It's not an easy exercise. It's not a quick win. So it did take some time, and patience is required, but it does pay off. Farm Africa and partners introduced alternative livelihoods like could be forest coffee, forest honey, as well as non-forest related products, because you also want them to move away from the forest, that reduce the forest pressure. And so for that, everything from cattle fattening, poultry, petty trading, climate smart agriculture, away from the forest, away from the buffer zone, and also businesses.
One of the reasons why communities are going to degrade the forest is because of land for agriculture. They don't have sufficient land for agriculture. So they want to go and cut down the forest because they want to cultivate different crops for their food as well as for marketing in order to get some income for their families. By the communities owning the forest resource, knowing that it is part of them, we need to ensure that they value the forest and they are not able to degrade it. I take this opportunity to really thank UNEP for the initiative when it comes to REDD Plus and result-based payments. They are pioneering this process, and I think we are on the right path.
Equitable benefit sharing ensures that communities are rewarded for protecting forests and reducing emissions.
So what makes Ghana's benefit sharing unique? During the initiation of the Ghana Cocoa Forest REDD Plus program, there was quite a number of broad stakeholders consultations, which brought the government institutions, the traditional authorities, the local communities, the youth and women groups coming together to share ideas as to how we are going to allocate funds to the beneficiaries, and even identifying the beneficiaries who also benefit under the program.
Through REDD+, we have established cooperative for the women. They have encouraged us. In Mantan, we have a women cooperative, which is very active.
69% of the total benefits goes to the local communities. Now, out of this 69, 3% goes to the traditional authorities. 58% are used to procure farming inputs for the farmers, and 39% is used for community projects within the communities.
With UN REDD's continued support, countries are turning results into reinvestment, funding community development, forest restoration, and green livelihoods. Across Africa, Asia, and Latin America, UN REDD has helped countries unlock over $350 million in verified results-based payments. Ghana, Ethiopia, and Uganda stand out as leading examples of how strong institutions, community engagement, and science-based monitoring create lasting results. UN REDD continues to support countries to strengthen national pathways that align REDD+ with long-term decarbonization and sustainable development, ensuring forests remain central to achieving the Paris Agreement and a just, climate-resilient future.
Forests are at the heart of climate solutions. With high-integrity REDD+ results, countries are showing that protecting nature helps make our shared future greener, fairer, and more resilient.